Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to analyze UGC NET English Literature PYQ second series of 2006, June 2006. Here we are going to solve PYQ of English Literature June 2006, and in description you will find the link in which I have given a solution from question number 1 to 15, and in this video we will solve from question 16 to 50. So this video might be long because we are solving all the detailed explanation. Here is, see, you can see in the screen I have making a note in every question detailed explanation. So please stay tuned and let's start. And this video will very helpful those who are preparing for UGC NET English Literature. So let's start with the first question. The figure of the Abyssinian maid appear in? So the answer is Kubla Khan. This Abyssinian maid appear in Kubla Khan. Now I will tell you the line, in which line it appears, and I will give you the explanation of Kubla Khan also. So the speaker says that he once saw a damsel with a dulcimer, an Abyssinian maid who played her dulcimer and song of Mount Abora. He says that if he could revive her symphony and song with him, he would rebuild the pleasure dome out of music, and all who heard him would cry, "Be aware of his flashing eye, his floating hair." The hearers would circle him thrice and close their eye with holy dread, knowing that he had tasted honey and drunk of the milk of paradise. So this is the explanation. So this was the explanation in which line he say, and the lines are: a damsel with dulcimer. In a vision once I saw, it was an Abyssinian maid, and on her dulcimer she played, singing of Mount Abora. So Kubla Khan, or a vision in a dream. A fragment is a poem written by Samuel Coleridge, complete in 1797 and published in 1860. So this was the line in which they appear. So the line I have mentioned, 1 2 3 4 5 line of this para. They can also even ask you, they will give this para and they can ask you that in which text does this line appear. So keep in mind this appear in Kubla Khan by S.T. Coleridge. Okay. So let's go to the question number 17. This is also belonging to the S.T. Coleridge. So by this what we come to know that S.T. Coleridge is very important for our exam. So that is my motto to make you solve PYQ, is we will come to know that which topics, which writer is important for us, what we should skip, what we should learn in depth. So S.T. Coleridge we have to read. So Coleridge statements that imitation dissolves diffusion, dissipates in order to recreate, relates to. So it relates to secondary imagination. So theory of imagination was given by S.T. Coleridge, in which Coleridge tell about the imagination and fancy, and after that imagination is divided into primary imagination and secondary imagination. So in the theory of imagination I am going to make a separate video because this need a very depth explanation. So today learn up to this much. Tomorrow we will completely read the theory of imagination. Okay, so come to the next question. You will not this is wrong. Did he who made the lamp made the appear in? This line, did he who made the lamp appear in? So this line appear in the Tiger. Okay, let me give you explanation. The Tiger is a poem by the English poet William Blake, published in 1794 as part of his Songs of Experience. Due to some color you can see this, but this is what I have written is: the Tiger is a poem by the English poet William Blake, published in 1794 as a part of his Songs of Experience. So I have given a line also, these line which will help you in exams, or they can ask you more questions. So I have given you: when the stars threw down their spears, and watered have with their tear. Did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamp make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? So, these were the line from the tigers, and this fall in the songs of innocence. And see, the most important line I have mentioned in the black: songs of innocence has 19 poem and songs of experience has 26 poem. So please do not forget that. They can ask you that how many poem are in songs and innocence and songs of experience. So songs of innocence has 19 poem, songs of experience has 26 poem. Essay question number 19 is essay of Elia R. So it is personal impression. So important point related to the topic are: essay of Elia is a collaboration of essay of Elia is a collection of essay written by Charles Lamb. It was first published in the book form in 1823 with a second volume, Last Essay of Elia, issued in 1833 by the published Edward Maxon. So important is this, they can ask you when Essay of Elia was published. So 1823. So they can even ask you that Essay of Elia last edition published in. So second edition or last edition is in 1833 after the 1 year of first volume. Okay. Question number 20. Come to the question number 20. This is also very important question. So there was who among the following is a writer of historical romance? So there was the options, and the right options was Walter Scott. Explanation of this question is: Sir Walter Scott was a Scottish historical novelist, poet, playwright and historian. Many of his work remain classic of both English language and Scottish literature. Famous title including the novel is Ivoe, Ivahoe, Rob Rob, Waverley. Waverley is very important for exam. Old Morality, or the Tale of Old Morality. The name of this is Old Morality or the Tale of Old Morality. The Heart of Maid Lothian and the Bride of Lomer Moore. And the narrative poem. So I have also tell you the narrative poem written by the Walter Scott is The Lady of the Lake and Marmoin. So if they ask you the Lady of the Lake is written by, the answer will be Walter Scott, or the Lady of the Lake is narrative poem. Okay. So question number 21. Which of the following thinker concept pair correctively match? So it was the right option was A, Stanley Fish to the reader response. Friend, in my last video I have given a brief explanation of reader response, and again I am telling you, Fish is associated with postmodernism. He viewed as being an influence in the rise and development of reader response theory. Okay. So question number 22. Which of the following thinker concept pair is rightly matched? So the answer is Bharata. So Natya Shastra. Natya Shastra, it is an Indian Sanskrit work. The Natya Shastra is Sanskrit treatise on the performing art. The text is attributed to sage Bharata Muni, and its first complete completion is detected to between 200 BC and 200 CE, but estimate vary between 500 BCE and 500 CE. This is I have given you extra knowledge, not much important, but the text is, you should know that it is in Sanskrit, and Bharata is Natya Shastra. Okay, okay. So the correct sequence was, and the correct sequence is new criticism, structuralism, deconstruction, reader response. Same question was asked in the 2004 also. So please go and if you don't know about this, go and watch in my videos. There is 2004 brief explanation in which I have explained new criticism also, structuralism also, deconstruction and reader response theory also, with their writers and associated writer name also. Okay. So question number 24 is Peripeta means, very important, peripeta means reversal of fortune. What does it mean? Reversal of fortune. Explanation I have given. Peripeta is a sudden change in a story which result in a narrative reversal of circumstances. Peripeta is also known as turning point, the place in which the tragic protagonist fortune change from good to bad. So this is known as peripeta. So they can also ask you that who wrote the reversal of fortune. So who wrote? Nabokov Kazan. Okay, Nichovas, Nabokov Kazan, Kazan. Very good. See, that's same as I have given explanation of peripeta in this with the writer also. Same in last video, new criticism, structuralism, reconstruction and return theory all are explained. So I am not explaining here because it will take lot of time again. So gynocriticism focus on. So gynocriticism focus on the woman as writer, in which, so explanation given by me is gynocriticism or gynocritic is the term coined in the 70s by Aline Showalter. Okay, Aline Showalter. So in next question in upcoming exam they might be asked that, they will not ask now gynocriticism focus on, now they will ask that who coined the term gynocriticism. So Aline Showalter in 70s. Okay, so the correct sequence, Vanity Fair and chronology sequence, and I have already mentioned in chronology, right answer Vanity Fair, after that Henry Esmond, then Middlemarch, The Return of Native. Let's give you the brief explanation of every work. Vanity Fair is an English novel by William Makepeace Thackeray which follows the life of Becky Sharp and Amelia Sadley, their friends and families during and after the Napoleonic War. So they can also ask that which name the novel of William Makepeace Thackeray, which follow the time period of before and after the Napoleonic War. The answer will be Vanity Fair. So originally published in July 1848 and the working title was of Pen and Pencil Sketch of English Society. So they can even also ask you in exam that what is the working title of Vanity Fair? The answer will be Pen and Pencil Sketch of English Society. Let's go to the Henry Esmond. Henry Esmond, the story of complete name first, very important. The history of Henry Esmond is a historical novel by William Makepeace Thackeray, originally published in 1852. The book tells the story of early life of Henry Esmond, a colonial in the service of Queen Anne of England. Okay, published in 1852. Journal is history fiction followed by the Virginius. Now you will tell my Miss why telling that it is followed by the Virginius. So if in exam they ask chronology author, they given you Henry Esmond and the Virginius. So first will come Henry Esmond, then the Virginius will come. Okay. Middlemarch. Let's come to the Middlemarch. What was the answer? Vanity Fair, Henry Esmond, Middlemarch, The Return of Native. Okay. The Return, first Middlemarch we were reading. Middlemarch, a study of provincial life, is a novel by English author Mary Ann Evans and George Eliot. Published in 1871. Author is George Eliot. Now when we come to know the Return of the Native, The Return of Native is Thomas Hardy's sixth published novel, published in 2 December 1837. The Return of Native is publication date is very important. They can also even ask that when was the Return of Native published. So it published in 2 December 1837. Question number 27, very easy. Queen Victoria Reign. They when asked the time period of Queen Victoria. So it is from 1837 to 1901. Question number 28. Pre-Raphaelite poetry is mainly concerned with. So it is mainly concerned with form and design, and it was also asked in your question PYQ 2005 in previous year question paper, and in my previous video I have explained pre-Raphaelite with very detailed explanation with all the writer associated with it. So please go and watch this video if you don't know about the pre-Raphaelite. So question number 29, this is the first time asked in the net exam. Question number 29, very important. So I have given you brief explanation of this. Let's see what is this. The concept of mad woman in the attic can be traced to. So the means the question of this is taken from. So this is taken from Jane Eyre. Now how it is taken I will explain you. The Mad Woman Writer and the 19th Century Literary Imagination is a 1979 book by Sandra Gilbert and Susan Goober. So if they ask that who wrote the work The Man Woman Writer and the 19th Century Literary Imagination, the answer will be Sandra Gilbert and Susan Goober, in which they examine Victorian literature from the feminist perspective. Gilbert and Goober draw their title from Charlotte Bronte, Jane Eyre. So now we come to know the right answer. They have taken this example from the Charlotte Bronte, Jane Eyre, in which Rochester wife, there is a character Bertha Mason, is kept secretly locked in the attic apartment by her husband. So the in feminist point of view, Sandra Gilbert and Susan Goober read this, and they found that how the if women go mad, so how this husband treated it. So they then they coined the term what the Mad Woman Writer and the 19th Century Literary Imagination in 1979. Okay, so I think now you understand this question. So question number 30, who among the Victorian is called the prophet of modern society? So the right answer is Arnold. What does mean the prophet? Means of prophet is a person who is sent by God to give the pioneer to give the good lessons to the other. Okay, who, so this is called that Arnold. This who, so again if they ask who is known as the prophet of modern society, answer will be Arnold. So the question number 31, who among the following is not a pilgrim in the Canterbury Tale? The right answer is the blacksmith. Basola is the executioner in The Duchess of Malfi. So the Duchess of Malfi is a Jacobean revenge tragedy written by English dramatist John Webster in 1612 to 1630. Duchess of Malfi is also explained in the previous video. So again they have asked the question from Duchess of Malfi. So you can analyze yourself, that is very important for our net point of view. The mystery play deal with the life of Christ. This is very easy question. Everyone know that mystery play which deals with the life of Christ, life of saint person. Okay, the Fairy Queen is based on Orlando Frisco. In which Fairy Queen is based? Fairy Queen is based on Orlando Frisco. So my again this has been asked again from the question has asked from Fairy Queen, and Fairy Queen related question has been asked in year 2004, 5 and June also in 2004, and December also. The Fairy Queen is also very important, and I have explained in both my previous videos. So chronology order: Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, Macbeth. This is so everyone know very easily, and we all have read William Shakespeare. If you not, so in this there is a video in my channel which is completely dealing with the PYQ and completely dealing with the quotations of William Shakespeare. So please watch this. Pope's Essay on Criticism sum up the art of poetry as taught first by Horace. So Swift Tale of Tub is a satire on. It is a satire of science and philosophy, and this is very important. Swift is very important. Tale of Tub is very important. And sorry friend, again this question has been taken from previous year, and in all my video I have explained Tale of Tub very detail. Okay, so who among, because I have explained other question, I don't explain, so I have given the description, but those question I have explained in my previous videos. I have not given the description of the detailed explanation of that. Okay, so what was the question? We were in 37. What Dr. Johnson started? The Rambler. Who among the following caught, cautioned against the danger of popular liberty? Thomas Hobbes and Leviathan. For Leviathan, and that is also explained in previous year. Which previous PYQ. Which famous American classic opened with "Call Me Isabel"? This has been asked first time in 2006 about Isabel. So there is a brief explanation. Isabel is a character in Herman Melville's Moby Dick 1851, which opened with the line "Call me Isabel." He is first person narrator in much of the book. However, early critic of Moby Dick assumed that Captain Ahab is protagonist. Okay, so the important, I have mentioned that, very important, that the biblical name Isabel has come to symbolize orphan, exile, and social outcast. So friend, in exam now they can ask that Isabel symbolize. So they will ask, that in the text. So they will ask that in the text. So what they will ask in the text, biblical name, from which, what does the name Isabel of Moby Dick symbolize? So it symbolize orphan, exiles, and social outcast. Okay. Question number 41. Allen Ginsberg vision of America is inspired by. So it is inspired by Walt Whitman. America, poem written by Allen Ginsberg in 1956. So, who among the following represent the Sri Lanka diaspora? So, the right answer is Mikhail Onda G. And diaspora means, Sri Lanka diaspora means Mikhail belong to the native place. Mikhail's native place is Sri Lanka. Okay. Question number 43 with the explanation, 44 also with explanation, because these are asked first time in the exam. Out of Africa is a film adaptation, is a work by. So there are the option, and the right answer was none of them. So you can see. So out of Africa, right, none of them. So I mention all the options also to clear you. Out of Africa is a memoir by Danish author Karen Blixen. So they can also ask Karen Blixen is a. So keep in mind Danish author. And out of, now they can also ask, name the writer who has written Out of Africa. The answer will be Karen, okay, Blixen, Blixen, Blixen. Question number 44. The Empire Writer's Bag was written by Bill Ashcroft, Helen Tiffin, Gareth Griffin. Friend, I think personally it's my opinion that only work I know which is written by three writer is The Empire Writes Black. The Empire Writes Black. And complete name of this work is The Empire Writes Black, Theory and Practice in Past Colonial Literature, is a 1989 non-fiction book on post-colonialism. So even they can ask that The Empire Writes Back is deal with the, so it deal with the theme of post-colonialism. Penned by means written by three writer Bill Ashcroft, Griffith, and Helen Tiffin. So question number 46 is the theater of cruelty is associated with. So it is associated with Antonin Artaud. Antone, Antonin Artaud. The theater of cruelty is associated with Antonin Artaud. So what does the mean of theater of cruelty? The theater of cruelty developed by Antonin Artaud aimed to shock audience through gesture, image, sound and lightning. So if in exam question asks that which theater deal with the theme to shock audience through gesture, image, sound and lighting, the answer will be theater of cruelty. Okay. So question number 46, what a a particle is, sorry, a particle is, so a particle is a patchwork of words, sentence, passage. Okay. Question number 47. Careless, she is artful. Careless, she is artful. Care, affecting. To seem unaffected is an example of. It is example of paradox, a situation or statement with two or more parts that seem strange or impossible together. Okay. So, I think you understand what is paradox. Paradox means two statement with two or more part that seems strange or impossible together. So, our question number 49 is, the rhyme scheme of Spenserian sonnet is. So, the answer is A, B, A, B, B, C, B, C, C, D, C, D, E, E. So, explanation, the Spenserian sonnet is a sonnet formed by name of poet Edmund Spenser. A Spenserian sonnet comprises three interlocked quatrain, a final couplet with the rhyme scheme AB AB, BC BC, CD CD, EE. Okay, at last you can see EE, final couplet. Okay. Question number 50. Using the expression crown for monarchy is an example of. So it is example of metonymy, the act of referring to something by the name of something else that is closely connected with it, for example crown to monarchy. Okay, and I think now you understand all the question. So here we completed question number 15 to 30. I hope you understand. If there any confusion, if you got any confusion, you can ask in comment, and if you don't understand anything, please ask in the comment. I will try my best to explain you all. And please subscribe my channel, and please share with your friends, those who need the all that. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe.